Earth's global surface temperatures have risen faster since 1970 than in any 50-year period over the past 2,000 years, according to the latest report from the nonprofit United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. The days of ignoring climate change and its effects on our daily lives have come and gone. People across the world have awakened to the crisis and started to demand action. For example, a majority of adults in the United States want the country to prioritize developing renewable energy sources instead of expanding the production of fossil fuels like oil, coal, and natural gas, according to a recent poll from the Pew Research Center. On the other side of the Atlantic, sentiments favoring our planet's sustainability run deep. The European Union, EU, in September 2023, revised upwards its renewable energy targets, with passage of a law requiring 42.5% of EU energy to be renewable by 2030. That's almost double the 2022 level of 23%. European climate law also stipulates EU countries must cut GHG emissions by at least 55% by 2030. The goal is climate neutral, net zero GHG emissions by 2050. And let's not forget COP28, the UN Conference of Parties that met in late 2023 in Dubai to discuss what the world can do about the climate crisis. Accomplishments at the conference included a midterm review, global stocktake of progress countries are making toward commitments as part of the 2015 Paris Agreement, and a decision to operationalize the Loss and Damage Fund adopted at COP27. The latter provides financial assistance to help developing countries cope with climate change issues. Both developments are continued steps toward the nations of the world finding common ground on how best to combat climate shifts and their impacts on biodiversity and human life. Capitalism Created the Climate Crisis isn't a book about pointing fingers or directing blame, bashing the oil and natural gas industry or capitalism itself. Rather, this book is about looking more closely at the past to better understand where we are today and gain insights into finding future solutions. To state the obvious, no one wants an unlivable planet. But so much of the talk and writing about climate is tainted with misinformation, disinformation, whitewashing, greenwashing, the environmental version of whitewashing, and outright lies. Sorting through all that makes it even more difficult for corporations and individuals to know what's the truth. In these chapters, listeners will gain a clear picture of how and why capitalism created the climate crisis, why it perpetuates, and how, with the right mindset and direction, a marriage of public and private interests, and the help of capitalism, we can better understand the vast opportunities that lie ahead of us. The book is divided into two parts. The first examines the state of our climate, why we should be concerned, and how we got to where we are. That includes a discussion of fossil fuels, good and not so good, how capitalism and governance helped perpetuate disposable commerce, and how climate risk equates to financial risk in this new era of accountability. In Part 2, I'll cover why capitalism is the key to solving the crisis, explore how modern finance is powering the next wave of innovative solutions that enable the world to decarbonize, examine the energy transition revolution, and finally, share why I am hopeful for our future climate state of affairs. As a consultant to numerous energy firms and a former C-suite executive at a Fortune 500 oil and gas firm, Chesapeake Energy Corporation, I've witnessed firsthand the challenges and opportunities within the traditional energy sector. As an entrepreneur and CEO of Persephone AI Incorporated, I now lead the way in developing critical solutions in support of democratizing carbon accounting. My combined experiences in energy markets and climate technology give me a nuanced understanding of how market forces can be harnessed to spur